Hi friends, what's in a name? So, our name, Sankofa songs, is a very, very specific term. Sankofa is let me say again, the term Sankofa refers to an Adinkra symbol. So, what's an Adinkra symbol and who uses Adinkra symbols? Well, the Adinkra symbols were developed by the Akan people who live in what we call Ghana nowadays. And the Adinkra symbols each are a proverb. They have an entire story built into one symbol with one word. So in the case of Sankofa, you know our bird who's walking backwards with an egg in his beak. Well, that symbol means, roughly translated, go back and fetch it. Or it is not wrong to go back and take that which is yours. So you'll see many African American organizations and activities with this term Sankofa because a whole bunch of us are going back to get whatever is ours. And in the case of Sankofa songs, we're going back for all of our art, all of our teaching, all of our culture. Just a little bit about what's in a name. While we're on the topic of names, I'd like to spend a little time on this idea of Africentric. I like the term Africentric for three main reasons. First of all, Africentric as opposed to Afrocentric, which, by the way, we essentially have the same meaning. But anyway, Africentric as opposed to Afrocentric refers very specific to a very, very specific place, the continent of Africa. Whereas Afrocentric could be confused with a hairstyle. In addition, Africentric refers to a long history, several centuries in length, of scholarship and activism connecting folks on both sides of the Atlantic to each other, Africa-descended people. Last but not least, I like the term Africentric because it connects all of us of what I would describe Pan-African persuasion, all of us across the diaspora and the continent throughout time and place. And specifically now, that is, it connects all of us in what we call North America, the United States and Canada, all of us in what we call the Caribbean, all of us of what we call Central America, and all of us in what we call South America. It connects all of us to the folks on the African continent, as well as the Africa-descended peoples of Europe, even the Black Russians, and even the Africa-descended people in the very, very far east. So there's a little bit more about what's in a name. Africentric with three big meanings, and Sankofa referring to the Adinkra symbol, the Sankofa bird. Always walking forward, always looking back to know where the bird has come from, and always carrying that egg, that little bit of magic, that gift of what is yet to come in its beak. All right, Dr. Whitehope here. I look forward to talking with you again.